Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to The Meaning of Music. Glad you meandered your way back to our videos, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So this week's song that we're going to be unpacking is the song Tenderness by Citizens. Now, when you do listen to this song, it's going to sound very modern in the sense of church music, and it's going to sound like it was written pretty recently, but actually it's a pretty old song, not too old, but just a little old. It was written by William Spencer Walton, and he was a British missionary to South Africa, and he wrote a lot of songs, a lot of hymns, but In Tenderness was his most popular one, if he had to pick which one was popular out of his hymns. And so, fast forward about 100 years later, and we have the band Citizens. They took this song, they tweaked some of the verses, they changed the melody, and voila, we have the song that we are going over today. So, today we're going to unpack this song verse by verse and see what the song is telling us in its entirety. So, let's go ahead and start. Verse 1 of this song says, "In tenderness he sought me, weary and sick with sin, and on his shoulders brought me back to his fold again, while angels in his presence sang, until the courts of heaven rang." Verse 1 reflects the parable of the lost sheep in Luke 15 pretty great. I mean, you have talking about the fold and Jesus bringing us back. And if you're familiar with the parable of the lost sheep, and if you're not, the idea here is that Jesus is the shepherd, and we are that one sheep that is lost, and he is coming to get us and bring us back to the fold. So let's go ahead and go on to verse 2. "He died for me while I was sinning, needy and poor and blind. He whispered to assure me, I found thee, thou art mine. I never heard a sweeter voice, and made my aching heart rejoice." Now verse 2, the very beginning, reminds us and comes straight from Romans 5:8, where it says, "But God shows his love for us, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Meaning that Jesus didn't die for us at our best. He died for us because we were at our worst, that we are sinful, and that he has saved us, not because we are good, because he is good, and what he has done in his life on the cross and in the resurrection. So let's go ahead and go on to verse 3. "Upon his grace I'll daily ponder, and sing anew his praise. With all adoring wonder, his blessings I retrace. It seems as if eternal days are far too short to sing his praise." Verse 3 reminds us how amazing and awesome and wonderful the gospel of Christ is. In the sense of that, at the end of the verse, it tells us that for all of eternity, our opportunity to sing praises and to worship God and to thank him for what he has done through the gospel is still too short of a time to fully appreciate and praise him for what he has done through Jesus Christ in saving us. What an amazing way to understand and to emphasize the depth and the greatness and the mercy and grace of the gospel of Jesus Christ. But really, this whole song just reflects the parable of the lost sheep. The song has the same theme as the parable, and that theme is we are helpless to help ourselves. A lot of people kind of have the idea of the lost sheep, that we are the lost sheep and we kind of found our way back, and that Jesus kind of opened the gate for us to come back in. But that's not what happens in the parable. What happens, and what is reality, is that we are lost, and Jesus leaves the 99, goes out, finds us, puts us on his shoulders, and brings us back. That is the gospel, that we are lost, that we cannot find our way back. And that Jesus, from his mercy and his grace and forgiveness, goes out, finds us, and brings us back. Just like the chorus of this song says, "Oh, the grace that brought me to the fold of God." It's not, "Oh, how great I am to find my way back." No, it's Jesus who found us and brought us back through his death, his resurrection, and him bringing us back through that gospel. So that's what the song is all about, and that is why we sing it at church. So glad you could join us again for the meaning of music, and make sure to check out our previous videos for this series and our other videos from Pastor Brandon to Pastor Brandon Stevens, our children's minister, and hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a great day. See y'all.